Hello! Today I'm gonna be explaining 3 workshop modules. The content's gonna be fitting, welding, and lead machine. So for fitting, I'm gonna first introduce you guys to the hand tools. There are 12 of them, and these are the names. Before telling you guys the process of metal sewing, I will be giving guidance on how to mount the blade to the hacksaw. First, check the direction of the blade. The arrow showing that the blade should be mounted in the direction to the handle. Second, attach the blade to the pins. Then, tighten the wing nut at the end of the hacksaw. And finally, check the free play of the blade. The blade must be tight, but you must not over-tighten it. So for the metal sewing, the first step is to measure the part to be removed and then mark the workpiece using scribber. Repeat the first and the second steps on the other side. Mount the workpiece on the table vise. Grip the workpiece adequately as to not drop it. Use the L-square ruler to adjust the workpiece so it is perpendicular to the vise. Tighten the vise on one last time with adequate force. Hold the hacksaw correctly. Right hand on the back side and the left hand on the front side. For right-handed people, start off the sewing by making initial groove using thumb and thumbnail as the guide for the blade. Sew the workpiece by pushing the saw with the right hand while the left hand pulls for right-handed people, and make sure your leg is in the correct thrust position while sewing. For the drilling part, the first step is to mark the point on the workpiece. Make sure the center mark is visible and clear. Place a small wood block under the workpiece on the standing drilling machine. Place the workpiece on the vise. The workpiece must be aligned horizontally to the vise. Then, fasten the vise. Mount the drill bit to the drill chuck. Make sure the height of the chuck from the work table is adequate. Then, tighten the chuck using chuck key and move the vise to the drill bit. Without powering the drill, align the drill bit tip to the center mark on the workpiece. Switch on the drill and adjust the drill speed. Do a test drilling by pushing the hand feed lever slightly until it touches the workpiece, and do not forget to put some cutting oil to the drill tip. Then, push the hand feed level intermittently and with slight pressure. When the process is complete, power down the drill. Lastly, change the drill bit to a bigger size drill and repeat the process done earlier. After everything is done, please do housekeeping and don't forget to unmount the drill bit to return it to the storage. Housekeeping, it must be done after completing the task in the workshop. The bench has to be cleaned and tidied. Common cleaning tool on the bench is paintbrush. The guidance is first for cleaning file face and edge. Clean it accordingly to the tip direction using the wire brush. And for storing tools, first make sure everything is available according to the list in the toolbox and lock the toolbox to return it to the main storage. The second part is welding, and like before, I'm gonna introduce you guys to 10 of the tools needed. There are 2 preparations to do before the process of welding. The first one is the electrode must be preheated to enhance the performance, and the second one is set up the electrode to its holder before turning on the power source. For welding process, there are 6 steps. The first one is set the MEP and the current in the welding machines by rotating a holder at the top of the machine. Then set the metal in the correct position. Clean the metal before starting the welding process. After that, take the electrode holder and stand in the correct position. Test the electrode functionality first before the real welding conducted. Also, make sure the electrode in good alignment with the metal. And lastly, clean the welding part using the wire brush and observe the welding shape. Be careful since it's hot. For the housekeeping part of welding, the first one is remove the dirt on the metal, then put the metal on the side, And finally, clean the dirt at the workspace using normal brush. The last part is lathe machines. And as like two parts before, I will be introducing you guys to the 12 tools or components of lathe machine. So for welding, there are 15 steps of setup. First one is aligning the tool bit tip to the center line. Next, adjust the position accordingly and retighten. Loosen the chuck jaws, insert the workpiece and secure it. Tighten the chuck jaws using the chuck key. Bring the cutting tool near the workpiece. Then adjust the position of the cutting tool near the workpiece. And finally, start the machine. Make sure the tool bit touches the workpiece, and once it touches, set at 0 measurement as references. Move the tool bit to the face of the workpiece, and again, once it touches, set at 0 measurement as references. Step on the emergency foot pedal to stop the machine or press the emergency stop button. Use the two-way switch, clockwise and anti-clockwise, to turn on the machine. Always remember to test the switches, pedal, and button before operating the machine. Speed selection can be done using the selector levers. Choose the right speed for your cutting process. And for safety tip, do not forget to take out the chuck key. The turning process of welding have 11 steps. The first one is to switch on the machine, and then test all the switches, pedal, and button. Measure the workpiece diameter before the turning process. Bring the cutting tool near the workpiece. When the turning process begins, start with 0.5mm cut. Please remember that the feed control is done manually. Once reach the end, move the tool bit away from the workpiece. Repeat the process again, depends on the desired diameter. Once finished, switch off the spindle. Loosen the chuck jaw to remove the workpiece and return the tool post to the original position. And finally, park the apron at the tailstock end before further use. For the housekeeping part, first, move the apron away from the workpiece. Second, brush away all the chips. And then, return the tool post to its original position. Park the apron at the tailstock end. Brush away all the chips from the carriageway. Remove the workpiece. Clean up the chuck. And finally, switch off the machine. Well, that's all from me. I hope you guys learned something from my explanation of the 3 modules, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye!